light every evening. I've carved our names in the trunk of this tree. Farewell, my Lala, I miss you already, and dream of the day when I'll hold you again in a home safe from fear, when the Southland is free. I go to fight for these old hills behind me, these old red hills of home. I go to fight for these old hills, remind me of a way of life that's pure, of the truth that must endure, in a town called Marietta, in the old red hills of home. Pray on this day as I journey beyond them, these old red hills of home. Let all the blood of the North spill upon them till they paid for what they've wrought, taken back the lies they've taught. And there's peace in Marietta, and we're safe again in Georgia, in the land where honor lives and breathes, the old red hills of home. Farewell, my Lala,
Look there, my Lila, they call me to tell it the lives that we led when the Southland was free. We gave our lives for the old hills of Georgia, the old red hills of home. Not much survives of the old hills of Georgia, but I close my eyes and hear all the treasures we held dear. The rushing of the Chattahoochee, the rustling in the wind, and Mama in the kitchen singing,
A man can grow his thoughts
and the Atlanta swinging in a tree. Oh, I hear it calling, calling, and would gladly give my good right leg again, again.
What?
Are you going to work?
Of course.
Oh, I thought that...
What?
Well, I was hoping we could go and have a picnic in Piedmont Park this afternoon.
What?
Did you forget? Today is Confederate Memorial Day.
Confederate Memorial Day is asinine. Why would anybody want to celebrate losing a war?
I guess that's what I get for marrying a Yankee.
You dropped a pin.
Minnie will get it when she cleans up. I was just sure today would be a day off.
Not for the superintendent.
Superintendent. Honestly, the way you slave yourself down there, a person would think you owned that old pencil factory.
Don't be such a mashugana.
Why do you use words like that?
Because they're Jewish words and I'm Jewish.
Well, I am too, but it doesn't mean I have to speak a foreign language.
For the life of me, I cannot understand how God created you people Jewish and Southern at the same time.
Well, Confederate Memorial Day is a holiday in this part of the world, whether you like it or not. May I plan a picnic for the 4th of July, or will you be working then, too?
Lucille, we've been through all this. I work hard because I'm trying to build us up enough of a nest egg so that we... You know what I mean.
Procreate? It's not a dirty word, Leo. It's all over the Bible. So we can procreate.
I'll be home for dinner.
Are you blushing? I swear I think you are.
You dropped another pen.
Nevermore lives the dream of Atlanta. Nevermore her eternal pride. Strong sure is the dream of Atlanta. When the brothers are unified, and the sound of her voice is clearer. Where the people are proud and free. North Star to the sky could be nearer. Then my heart is Atlanta to thee.
Today we honor those who honored us, fighting the war some 50 years ago. Those who gave life and limb for Georgia and suffered unimaginable degradation, but never defeat. The men of Georgia and the women of Georgia have never been defeated.
I go to bed at night, hoping when I wake, this will all be gone like it was just a dream, and I'll be home again, back again in Brooklyn, back with people who look like I do, and talk like I do, and think like I do. But then the sun rises in Atlanta again. These people make me tense. I live in fear they'll start a conversation. These people make no sense. They talk and I just stare and shut my mouth. It's like a foreign land. I didn't understand that being Southern's not just being in the South. When I look out on all this, how can I call this home? These men belong in zoos. It's like they've never joined civilization. The Jews are not like Jews. I thought the Jews were Jews, but I was wrong. I thought I would be fine, but 4 years down the line, with every word it's very clear I don't belong. I don't cuss, I don't drawl, so how can I call this home? Home, 'cause I'm free of the southern breeze, free of magnolia trees and endless sunshine. Evermore lives the dream of Atlanta, but not mine, not mine. A Yankee with a college education, by his own design, is trapped inside the land that time forgot. I'm trapped inside this life, and trapped beside a wife who would prefer that I said howdy, not shalom. Well, I'm sorry, Lucy, but I feel what I feel, and this place is surreal. So how can I call this home?
sunshine.
Sunshine looks like rain to me.
Not from here, it don't. Mwah.
Frick Ebbs, quit that, you hear?
What? I ain't doing anything. I'm gonna go to the picture show. There's a movie I got to see. You know the one called The Silver Gun? Well, I've been watching since chapter 3. I can't wait, it's at 8, and I was wondering if you're free.
Go on, go on, go on, go on. You know my mama never let me till I turned 16. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Besides, I only go to pictures that I haven't seen.
When do you turn 16?
2 years from next June.
Too bad about your mama.
Too bad for you.
I know a spot near Mechanic's lot where you can see the parade real clear. I got a book, you wanna take a look? It's called The Thief and the Brigadier. I got gum, you want some?
Haven't you come for a year?
Go on, go on, go on, go on. I bet your mama'd let me take you to the picture show.
Go on, go on, go on, go on. Guess you weren't really listening when I said no. Why not ask how old is Dover? Her mama lets her do whatever she wants.
I was hoping I could go with you.
Go on, ask how old is Dover? Her mama lets her see whoever she wants.
Well, maybe I will.
I hope you do.
Where you going?
To the factory. I didn't get my pay this week.
Okay, I'll see you around.
At the picture show?
What? No, I thought your mama wouldn't let you.
She will with Bessie and Betty Jean. Just not with you.
Oh, bye, sunshine. Diddy, 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 skiddy, badabadi, padika, da dee dee dee. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Why, Iola, you going to pictures tonight?
Evermore lives the dream of Atlanta. Evermore her eternal pride. Strong and sure is the dream of Atlanta, where the brothers are unified.
28 boxes of caps at $4 the gross. This is wrong, this is wrong. I can fix this. Wait, 9 more boxes in back. 28 minus 9. And then 31 girls on the line.
And a
Times 6, 186.
Terribly quiet.
Divide 760.
Quite a well-paid position.
Got all the noise and on Yontif yet.
Go on, Lucy.
4 cents a girl for the week.
Bring him his coffee.
And 10 cents an hour.
Straight from New York, Lucy. Isn't he smart, Lucy? Mama is coming around today. Mama, he's at the door. Mama, I don't know what I should say. Well, what are you waiting for, Lucy? What am I waiting for?
This is wrong, this is wrong. It's an 8, not a 6.
And a maid, 2 sets of china, everything I was wishing. New winter coat, real ermine collar. Who would have known, Lucy? Married so well, Lucy. How can he want me so plain, so prim? How can he be so sure? Don't I wish I could be sure like him, like
Yes, Lucy,
Leo.
I am building a life for us.
Leo.
No, Lucy, we cannot have a picnic.
Didn't my wishes come true for me the day he walked through the door? Isn't he all that I knew he'd be? Brilliant and filled with humility, loyal and stable as any tree. So why do I wait for more? What am I waiting for?
23 cartons of leads at $2.60 the gross. This is wrong, this is wrong. I can fix this.
Hey!
Yes?
I came for my pay.
Name?
Mary Fagan.
I don't see it here. Employee number?
507.
Ah, not Fagin as in Dickens. Fagin as in phalanx. 12 hours, 10 cents an hour. It's $1.20. Here you are.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Frank?
What is it?
This the residence of a Leo M. Frank?
Yes.
Yes, what's happened?
We're gonna need you to get on your shoes and come with us, Mr. Frank.
Oh, God, has something happened at the factory?
A tragedy has occurred.
A tragedy? What, is somebody dead? Is somebody dead?
I'm trying to remember. I was checking round the factory, and I went into the basement, down the stairs into the basement, and I shine my light around here, in the corners and the ceilings. And I'm about to check the washroom, when my light it kinda catches on this pile of rags in the middle of the room.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Do you know who this is, Mr. Frank?
Oh, God, it's the little girl I paid yesterday. She came up to my office.
Oh, can you give us a name, sir?
Oh, God, I can't think. Farrell, no. Fagin, the name is Fagin. P-H-A-G-A-N.
Fagin.
I ain't seen no pile of rags there before, so go over and I kick it. And I shine down my light, and Lord, ain't no pile of rags at all.
Will this be in the newspapers?
Does that bother you, sir?
Of course it bothers me. How's it look for the company to have a child killed in our basement?
Was she killed in the basement, Mr. Frank?
I would assume so. Who did it? Do you know who did it yet?
This small white body with a tongue sticking out, this pretty little child with eyes wide open.
Oh no, you don't. You don't think it was my night watchman, Newt Lee? You think it was Newt?
So I ran to the phone and I called Mr. Frank, but the phone kept ringing, so I called you all to help me. Mr. Frank, he didn't answer, and that's all I can remember.
Oh my God. You'll think that's absurd. It's preposterous. I was at home all night. I didn't even know this child. I only remembered her name because she was in my office yesterday. How could you possibly... Look. No marks on me. No marks on me. Where are the scratches? Where are the bruises? Look, what do you see? Nothing. I want you to write that down. What do you see? Nothing.
Put your clothes on, Mr. Frank.
Can I go home now and have my breakfast?
No, sir. I'm afraid you can't do that.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
I'm hoping you can help me.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, my daughter didn't come home last night.
Can I have your name, please, ma'am?
Fagin.
Well, looky here, if it ain't the Star Reporter.
What the hell you doing, Craig?
I'm covering the police beat.
Yeah? Well, then you better move your sorry ass. The district attorney is fixing to make a statement. It looks like you got yourself a story.
Well, thanks, boys. I'm on it.
It is my sad duty to report that the murder of a 13-year-old child has taken place. Chief of Police Starnes has informed me that he is holding 2 men for questioning. They are Ludy Newton Lee, Negro, employed as night watchman at the National Pencil Company where the murder took place, and Leo Max Franco, Caucasian, formerly of Brooklyn, New York, employed as superintendent of same. Make that Frank, not Franco. Rest assured, the killer of little Mary Fagan will not roam free. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm on my way to church now to pray for her soul. I imagine everybody in Atlanta wants to do the same thing.
What's this?
Your dinner?
You expect me to eat this?
Uh-huh.
I have had nothing in my stomach since last night, not even coffee. For your information, I am under a physician's care. I have an extremely delicate stomach. I'm required to eat regular meals at regular times, and I do not eat grease. This is all grease. Take it away. Bring me an apple and some coffee.
Uh-huh.
Got you some company, Leo.
Leo,
What?
how are you?
How do you think?
I brought you these clean clothes.
I won't be needing them.
Better safe than sorry.
Safe? You think I'm safe? Are you out of your mind? Do you have eyes in your head? Look at me! I have never committed an illegal act in all my life, and I'm locked up in a jailhouse, Lucille! Look at where they expect me to go to the toilet! Did you see that plate of pig fat and cornbread they expected me to eat? Do you have any idea what spending the night in here would be like?
I just wanted you to be comfortable.
Well, I'm not. I'm not comfortable, and I'm not safe, and I'm mighty so.
Leo.
Just go on home, Lucille. Guard! I'll be home by supper time. Let my wife out.
There is a fountain filled with blood drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners plunge beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains, lose all their guilty stains, lose all their guilty stains, and sinners plunge beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains.
The simple white pine coffin was carried by two of Mary's cousins and two of her young friends. Several more friends volunteered to serve as pallbearers, but they were deemed too small to shoulder the burden, light as it was. The recent heavy rains made the North Georgia red clay soil glow as Mary Fagan, 2 months shy of 14, was laid to her final
God,
rest.
forgive me in what I think. God, forgive me in what I wish right now.
You must have known Mary pretty well.
Yes, sir, I did.
This must be a mighty hard day for you.
Did you ever hear her laugh? When she laughed, you swore you'd never cry again. Did you ever see her smile? Her smile was like a glass of lemonade. And she said funny things. She wore pretty dresses, and she liked to see the pictures at the VFW hall. And she loved riding swings. She liked cotton candy, but I think she liked the pictures best of all. No, it don't make sense to me that she won't be around. No, it don't make sense to me to put her in the cold and lonely ground. And no, sense the way the world can let you fall. I swear it don't make sense to me at all.
And the precious blood shall never lose its power.
She had two crooked teeth.
She had cuts on her fingers.
She worked next to me last summer. Once a week we used to play, and she knew how to read. She would smile at the foreman,
And I can't believe they took my friend away. No, it don't make sense to me that she will not be.
When she laughed, you swore you'd never cry again.
she laughed when I tied ribbons in her hair.
And no, it don't make sense the way the sun can still burn down.
No, it don't make sense to me.
God forgive me what I think.
Tell me, son, you got any idea who it was?
God forgive me what I wish. Right now, I don't know the coward's name. I don't know them bastard's face. But I swear right now to God, he ain't never gonna get away with what he done to Mary. Let him quiver in his boots. Let him run on till he bleeds. I won't rest until I know he's burning in the raging fires of hell God forgive me what I think.
And sinners plunge beneath that flood, lose all their guilty.
God forgive me what I wish right now.
Sleep, sleep, little angel. Heaven unlocks its door. Sleep, sleep, little angel. Never you fear, I will be here, keeping you safe and pure.
Ugly business, Huey. Murder this little girl.
Sure is, Jack. But I mean, Governor Slayton.
Know who they're gonna blame?
Well, certainly not you, Governor.
Damn right me. And you. And everybody else holding public office. You'd better get to the bottom of this one fast.
We're holding two suspects over yonder at the Fulton Tower.
Good. Convict one of them.
I'll get you what you want. Y'all have a nice day now. Jack.
Sleep, sleep, little angel. Fear not the sound of drums. Never you cry. Justice is nigh. Soon Armageddon comes.
Well, hey, Ned. How you feeling this morning?
All right, thank you, sir.
Did they give you your coffee yet?
No, sir.
Well, hell's bells. take mine. I believe you have something to say to me, Ned? It was an accident, wasn't it? It was really her fault. She looked right at you and she smiled. You were standing so close and she smelled so sweet. You are a man, Newt, after all. Red-blooded man, so am I, so is Ivy. And we all know what it feels like to be right up next to a sweet-smelling girl, near enough to feel that hot breath on your face.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me,
I've been there,
though
Newt.
he dead,
It's part of
yet
being
shall
a
he
man.
live.
You had
And
to
whosoever
touch
liveth
her,
and
didn't
believeth
you?
in
You
me shall
had to
never
smell
die.
that skin.
I am the resurrection and the life.
Understand.
He
You
that
could
believeth
tell
in me,
how much
though
she
he dead,
wanted it. You can tell
shall
me,
never
Newt.
die.
You helped
I am
her
the resurrection
slide
and the
down
life.
her
He that
drawers. Let him go. Hanging another nigger ain't enough this time. We gotta do better. Get him out of here! It was Leo Frank murdered that little girl.
You sure about that?
Jesus Christ on a stick, of course I'm sure. It's in his hands. See how he rubs them both together like he's trying to get them clean. It's in his eyes. Wonder why he stares at the floor and won't look you straight in the face. Something ain't right. I can tell something ain't right. I can see it in his eyes, boy.
But we got no evidence.
You want evidence? Look at those clothes and that big fancy talk. You want evidence? Look at him sweating from every pore. Can't you see him just standing there watching that little girl bleed? He smells of it. He stinks of it. What more do you need?
Well, an eyewitness won't be bad.
That's right. So get the hell out of here and go find one.
Big news, my savior has arrived. My intuition's never been so strong. Big news, well, my career has been revived. All I needed was some snippy, pissy Yankee all along. Take a superstitious city and one little Jew from Brooklyn, plus a college education and a mousy little wife. And big news, real big news, that poor sucker saved my life. So give him fangs, give him horns, give him scaly, hairy palms, have him drooling out the corner of his mouth. Well, he's a master of disguise. Check those bug-out creepy eyes. Show that fella's here to rape the whole damn South. They'll be banging down my door, yelling, "More, Craig, more! Call for justice, we want justice. Beat the bastard, kill the bum!" Big news, real big news, my savior has finally come.
Your lawyer's here, Leo.
Mr. Rosser,
Morning, Leo.
did you arrange it? Am I going home now?
No, Leo, you're not.
Why? Are you doing your best to get me out?
Leo?
Have you thought of everything? You absolutely sure?
You want to find another lawyer, my friend? That's fine with me.
I just want this ridiculous nightmare to be over.
Of course. You seen the papers?
Of course I haven't seen the papers. I'm in jail, remember?
You know a Mrs. Nina Formby?
No.
Runs a cat house on Decatur Street. Says you're a regular customer.
That is a lie.
Well, says you come by at least twice a week and you like 'em young and right off the farm.
How could she say that? I don't know this woman.
She also says you asked her once if she can introduce you to some young boys.
That is vile. I have never... Oh my God.
Did you do that?
How dare you ask me that? I won't even dignify such a question with an answer.
You need to come down off your high horse, Leo, and you need to do it right now. Word came down this morning that you've been indicted for the murder of Mary Fagan.
Indicted? Does that mean there's going to be a trial?
Oh, yes. Be prepared.
I am innocent.
Dorsey's got nothing but circumstantial evidence no matter how big a show he puts on. You're gonna walk out of there free man.
Am I?
Count on it.
According to reports obtained exclusively by this reporter, Prosecutor Darcy has the villain in his sights. A highly ranking unnamed source in this investigation tells me Leo Frank's the only likely culprit in this case. Anyone with any information on the suspect Leo Frank should contact this reporter, care of the Atlantic Georgian.
I saw this little kid, said look what Leo did, and then she run and hid.
Go on, go on, go on, go on now.
He sat down next to me. His hand went on my knee. I had to shake it free.
Go on, go on, go on, go on now.
I say it isn't fair. I saw his books, I swear. That man's a millionaire.
Go on now.
My brother says he knows that wherever Leo goes, he carries Mary's
Look, you just scribble it down and it covers the town like molasses on mud. Look, for us drunken old bums, opportunity comes in a magical flood. Look, you might never be sure if your motives are pure, but your profits are clear. Look, you were down and depressed, now you're right in the crest of the scoop of the year.
Jim Conley, your job here at the factory is sweeper, that right?
I prefer cleaning supervisor, if you don't mind.
Cleaning supervisor, then. Now tell me, Jim, did you notice anything unusual about Mr. Frank?
He done himself like this all the time.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
Let me think.
You ever see him bring any of the factory girls in his private office?
Girls in his office?
Jim, I got a piece of paper here. Says you spent a little bit of time on the chain gang.
That right.
Twice according to this, drunk and disorderly behavior.
Well, I tend to over celebrate holidays.
And the second time, it says here you were out with the road gang and you just up and disappeared.
Well, you know my term was just about up.
Really? I think you had a few more months to serve. You know what that makes you, don't you?
Lucky.
I was gonna say an escaped convict. Now what should we do about that?
What was that you asked me about, Mr. Frank?
According to reports obtained exclusively by this reporter, Mr. Leo Frank had been indicted on the charge of murder. Prosecutor Darcy says the trial will begin in the Atlantic County Courthouse only once a month. Mrs. Frank, the suspect, was distilled and open to reporters. What's the word from Mrs. Frank? What's the word from Mrs. Frank? Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank, Mrs. Frank.
Let me alone. Please, let me alone.
I hope there isn't too much damage, ma'am. No, don't be afraid. I just come back to help.
I have nothing to say.
Watermelon pickles? That's one of my mama's specialties. And deviled eggs. You're a good cook.
Not really.
Oh, yes. This nose knows all. I can only imagine how difficult it must be for you, Miss Frank. All these stories about your husband coming out every day.
You don't know this man. You don't know a thing. You come here with these horrifying stories, these contemptible conceits, and you say you understand how a man's heart beats, and you don't know a thing. You don't know this man. You don't even try. When a man writes his mother every Sunday, pays his bills before they're due, works so hard to feed his family, there's your murderer for you. And you stand here spitting words that you know aren't true. Then you don't know this man. I don't think you could. You don't have the right Not a morsel, not a crumb, not a clue.
You're saying he's decent, saying he's honest. But ma'am, you're not saying he's innocent.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Did you pay the bill at Jacob's drugstore this month?
It just came yesterday.
We don't want people thinking we can't pay our bills.
I'll tend to it this evening.
Don't forget.
I'll put a jar of watermelon pickles in with your dinner.
And did the life insurance bill come? It should have by now.
No, not yet.
We'll pay it the second it comes. I'm sure they're just looking for a chance to drop us.
Leo, I'm thinking of going to visit Aunt Miriam in Savannah.
I see. When?
I'm not sure. A week or two?
Just be back when the trial starts.
That's why I'm going, Leo.
What?
The trial. I don't think I can stand it.
Well, you have to stand it. How'll it look if you run out of town?
I don't want everybody staring at me when they say all those awful things about you in the courtroom.
That's absurd, Lucille. It's all just a bunch of lies and nonsense. Anyway, they'll be staring at me, not at you.
And the mother of that poor little girl? I don't want to see her.
I don't like the way you're talking.
I'm just telling you how I feel, Leo.
You have to be there.
I'll be here tomorrow with your dinner.
Lucille.
What is it?
You have to be there.
Who's gonna stop the rising river? Who'll stop the lies from being told? Who will fight for the people of Georgia? Who's gonna swing the hammer of justice? Who's gonna be the last one standing? Who'll keep the past from getting sold? Who will stand with the people of Georgia? Who's gonna swing the hammer of justice? My children want to know. My children have been crying for a savior who will rise within this land. My people want to know. They ask me where's the man to take a stand and raise his hand. So who's gonna smite the smiling devil? Who's gonna cut the puppet string? Who will restore this angel's honor? Who's gonna swing that hammer? The hammer of justice.
Come on, Leo. Ah, you look fine.
Why?
Hey, where's your better half?
I wish I knew.
Who's gonna stop our borders leaking? Who's gonna keep the refuse out? Who's gonna soothe our babies shrieking? Who's gonna swing that hammer? Who's gonna fight the vile villain? Who will defy the gravest doubts? Who's gonna stop the Jew from killing? Who's gonna swing that hammer?
All rise!
The people have a right to be defended from the insults of the beasts who break and
Who's gonna swing that hammer
lie.
of justice?
But who will shine the light and give us back our dignity and pride?
Bow your heads, please. I call upon the Lord to bless this court proceeding, to bless all those who are involved and keep us in His ways. Amen.
Amen.
Get on with it, Mr. Dawson.
Your Honor, gentlemen of the jury, and good people of Georgia, there is a farmhouse in Marietta, kind of battered and forlorn. And in that farmhouse, 14 years ago, a girl named Mary was born. And she would dance in fields of cotton. She had a tree where she could play. But when her daddy died 2 years ago, Mary and her mama moved away. It's only 20 miles from Marietta to a factory in the center of this town. And 20 miles was all it took to strike that sweet girl down. People of Atlanta fought for freedom to their graves, and now their city is a factory, and their children are its slaves. People of Atlanta, swing their city gates wide, and look at what you've wrought.
That's right, Frank.
Order in the courtroom.
He was coming here.
So, Frankie, you say you rode downtown with Mary on the English Avenue streetcar?
Yes, sir. I'm on another Memorial Day parade.
And can you tell us what happened?
Well, she wanted to go to the picture show real bad, and I promised I'd take her after the parade, but first she was going to the factory to pick up her pay.
And did she get off?
No, sir, not right then.
Tell us what happened, Frankie.
Well, she got up to go and she looked funny, and I said, "Something wrong, Mary?"
Mr. Frank
Mr. Frank what?
looks at me.
Looks at you? Everybody looks at you.
Not like Mr. Frank.
What's he do?
He calls my name. I turn my head. He got no words to say. His eyes get big. My face gets red. And I want to run away. And he looks. And I wait. And he smiles.
You better tell on him.
Well, tell who? He's the boss.
You do the other girls that way?
I guess some of them.
Well, I'd say I come over there and break his face.
Go on. You'll miss the parade. I'll see you over to the picture show.
Well, at least let me come with you to get your pay.
Save me a seat.
And that's the last time I ever saw her. I wish I had come over there and broke your damn face!
Mr. Who's gonna stop the blood from spilling? Your witness?
No, not this time, Your
Who's
Honor.
gonna save the people of Georgia? Who's gonna swing that hammer of justice? Iola Stover, will you describe for the court Mr. Leo Frank's manner in the factory?
He'll call my name. I'll turn my head. He got no words to say. His eyes get big. My face gets red. And I want to run away. I feel his breath back of my neck. I'll turn my head. His hand against my chest. I punch the clock. Pick up my check. It seems like he's always there. I'm in the hall, and then he's there. He passes much too close. I change my clothes, put up my hair, and somehow I'm sure he knows. And I turn, and he smiles, and he says,
Why don't you come up to my office? Got a couple of things you might like to see. Why don't you come up to my office about 2:15 till 2:45? If you can maybe swing by, honey, well, you know it'd be okay with me. If you came to my office. Why don't you come up to my office? Got a bottle of wine in the court can't pop. Why don't you come up to my office where it's nice and cool and the blinds are dropped? If you could maybe swing by, honey, we'll pretend that old clock has stopped. If you came to my office, I know this new dance that they're doing in Manhattan. I'll get you dancing like you never done before. And I'll give you things that they sent me from Manhattan. And if you like, well, I got more. Hell, I got more. Come on, come up to my office. Got a fine fried chicken and biscuits for two. Come on, come up to my office. Got lots of things that we both can do. So take a break and swing by, honey. No one has to know but me and you. That you came. When you came. If you came. So come on. Come on. Come on. Why don't you come up and come up to my? Why don't you come up and come up to my? Why don't you come up and come up and come on. Somebody told them to say all that. They were coached. They were coached!
The children speak the truth. The children call for vengeance for the innocence we never can replace.
My name is Manola McKnight.
The children speak the truth. The sodomite is laughing in your face.
I've been looking after Miss Lucille and her husband since they married. Been 3 years last November.
Good. Now, Minnie, were you at work on April 26th, Memorial Day?
Yes, sir.
And what transpired happened that day?
Mr. Frank, he come home for his dinner at 1. He come running in and he looked funny.
Funny in what way?
His eyes popping out and his face turning red. And he jump up and leave, for I put his dessert on the table. Coconut cake, too, his favorite.
That's not true. That's not true, Minnie.
Order in the courtroom.
Anything else strike you as peculiar that day?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Objection sustained.
Anything else out of the ordinary occur?
Well, then the next morning I see Miss Lucille. She'll look like she ain't had a minute of rest. She says Mr. Frank made her sleep on the floor, and that she ain't allowed in the bed anymore.
That isn't how it happened.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Minnie. That'll be all.
Shame. Shame on you, Minnie.
Hush up, Leo. Let me handle this.
Mrs. Fagan, can you describe for the court, please, ma'am, the outfit your daughter Mary wore to town last Memorial Day?
Yes, sir, I can. It was her Easter Sunday outfit. The little lavender cotton pongee dress I made her, white stockings, and her party shoes.
Would these be the clothes?
My child will forgive me for raising her poor and for taking her out of the school. My child will forgive me for not doing more to protect her from men who are cruel. And my child will forgive me for closing my eyes to to the dangers of growing too fast. My child will forgive me with tears in her eyes when we're reunited at last. My child will be safe in the arms of the Lord, and as pure as the day of her birth. My child will be cozied and blessed and adored as she never could be here on earth. And my child will be watching me, giving me faith in a future that's golden and new. My Mary will teach me to open my heart, and so I forgive you, Jew.
I call Jim Conley.
Told me to watch the door, that's what he said, that's what he said. I should make sure no one came and interrupted what I'd say once or twice a month. He'll tell me, Jim, you watch the door. I got a lady coming, I got a lady coming. Like I said, once or twice a month there'd be a lady come to call, and he'd say, Jim, you watch the door. That's what he said. And once, I remember, it was two ladies. Another time, there was this black gentleman. I believe he said he was from Chicago.
Mr. Dorsey, will you instruct the witness to answer only the questions put to him?
Jim, do you understand the man?
Yes, sir.
All right then, Jim. Will you tell us about the morning of April 26th?
The day of the parade?
Uh-huh.
He told me to watch the door, that's what he said, that's what he said. I got a girl, she'll be coming up to see me. She's a very pretty girl. He said, don't let me catch you looking at Miss Mary Perkins. Yeah, that's what he called her, I think. Miss Mary Perkins. So when Miss Mary came to call, I kept my eyes down to the floor, cause Mr. Frank said not to look. That's what he said. Well, next thing, Mr. Frank, he's yelling something, so I ran upstairs and opened the door. And Mr. Frank looks up. He said, we're playing a game, that's what he said, that's what he said. And little Mary's kinda crumpled in the corner. And he said, you don't understand, she didn't want to play the game. And so I went and hit her. You see, I had to hit her. He told me I should go and look. He said she's acting like she's sick. And I said, Lord, that child is dead. That's what I said. And he said, no, it ain't my fault that girl is dead. He said, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
He said, no, and his eyes were wild and his face was red. He said, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said that's what he said.
He said, gotta get her out, let's get her out. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
And so I found me this old gunny sack of raptor. He said, you a good boy, Jim. No, you won't tell no one nothing. Here's $100. $100. I got $100. $100. So I put her on my back. We took the elevator down. He said, just throw her on the ground. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yes, he said, no, there ain't no reason I should hang. He said, no, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
He said, no, there ain't no reason I should hang. You got money in your pocket, and there's plenty more of that. I got wealthy friends and family, and a wife who's dumb and fat. And I got rich folks up in Brooklyn if I need somewhere to go. And the stupid redneck's never gonna know. No, it ain't my fault that Kenny said. He said no, that's what he said. He said no, and his eyes were wild and his face was red. He said no. That's what he said!
As you are well aware, the laws of the state of Georgia do not allow the defendant in a murder trial to testify on his own behalf, but said defendant is allowed to make a statement. Mr. Rosser, does your client wish to make such a statement at this time?
He does not, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Leo.
It's hard to speak my heart. I'm not a man who bears his soul. I let the moment pass me by. I stay where I am, in control. I hide behind my work, safe and sure of what to say. I know I must seem hard. I know I must seem cold. I never touched that girl. You think I'd hurt a child, yet I'd hardly seen her face before. I swore we'd barely met. These people try to scare you with things I never said. I know it makes no sense. I swear I don't know why. You see me as I am. You can't believe I'd lie. You can't believe I'd do these deeds. A little man who's scared and blind, too lost to find the words he needs. I never touched that child. God, I never raised my hand. I stand before you now, incredibly afraid. I pray you understand.
This angel met her end on the concrete floor of the sweatshop where she toiled away her childhood, fastening erasers to pencil caps for 10 pennies an hour. She died a noble death, without a splotch or blemish upon her. Your Honor, I've done my duty. I have no apologies to make. There will be but one verdict. Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
How say you?
Guilty!
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
It is hereby adjudged and ordered that on the 28th day of May in the year of our Lord 1914, Leo Max Frank shall be hanged by the neck until he is dead, and may God have mercy on his soul.
Did you get any sleep at all last night, Jack?
Not much.
I am black and blue from all y'all thrashing around.
Sorry, sweetheart.
It's this Frank thing, isn't it?
Seems like the whole world wants to stick their nose in our business.
Maybe I better sleep in the guest room for a while.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to do that, Miss Sally.
Rumbling and rolling, it's coming down from the north. It's coming up through the ground, and it's a funny old sound, 'cause it's a rumbling and a rolling.
And I bet I know why. See 'em on the train, see 'em on the bus. They never cared much about folks like us.
But now they're gonna pay attention. Sure, they're gonna ask why.
They're gonna say, I don't know what, I don't know how.
Well, they're gonna find out now. They're gonna pay attention. They're gonna yell, set that man free. Well, they sure ain't talking about me.
Sugar, please, tell me something I don't know.
Now there's a rumbling and a rolling. Here comes the Yankee Brigade.
They're gonna come through this town. We better keep our heads down.
We better stop mumbling and shuffling. We better polish our smiles. Old Black Joe at your service won't do nothing that will make you nervous. Won't do nothing worth a local mention. And they won't never pay attention. They'll never say my. They're gonna say, bring me my boots,
bring me my tea.
I bet you 40 slaves were free.
Mr. Frank, good for you. A lot of folks coming to get you through. Mr. Frank, ain't that grand? A lot of folks coming to take a stand. Mr. Frank, knock on wood. It ain't gonna do you no goddamn good.
I can tell you this as a matter of fact, that the local hotels wouldn't be so packed if a little black girl had gotten attacked.
Gone, 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 gone.
So they're coming now, yes sirree. 'Cause a white man gonna get hung, you see. There's a black man swinging in every tree, but they don't never pay attention. They'll never say why. But if a Yankee boy flies, surprise, 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 they're gonna pay attention. They're gonna yell, set that man free. Oh, there'll be a rumbling and a rolling, yeah, yeah. There'll be a rumbling and a rolling, yeah.
There'll be a rumbling and a rolling.
There'll be a rumbling and a rolling,
There's
yeah,
gonna be a rumbling and a rolling.
There'll be a rumbling and a rolling,
There's gonna be a rumbling and a rolling. Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Welcome, ma'am.
Hey, honey.
Hey, honey, you're late.
I know. I had terrible trouble getting through the parade.
Parade?
Don't you remember? It's Memorial Day again.
My favorite holiday.
Just think, a whole year.
Seems like 50.
I know. I brought you the official State of Georgia Legislative Law Review Journal, 1907, 1908.
Good, thank you.
I couldn't cook this morning.
Something the matter with the stove?
No, I was busy.
Doing what?
I had an appointment with that Mr. Craig.
You were talking to a reporter?
Yes.
I thought we decided you wouldn't do that.
You decided it, Leo. I didn't. And anyway, Mr. Craig turns out to have a very sympathetic ear.
Oh, God, what did you say?
Well, he asked me how you are, and I said fine. And in fact, very hopeful, because you were busy writing up a documented statement that proves that all the evidence given against you at the trial was false.
You shouldn't have told him that. Now everybody will know.
Were you planning to keep it a secret?
I was planning on releasing it when I finished writing it. Don't talk to any more reporters.
I can help you, Leo. All the appeals you and the lawyers filed have been denied. They are gonna hang you in 6 weeks unless we do everything in our power to do.
I know you mean well, honey. And I appreciate it. I really do.
But keep my stupid mouth shut. Of course, Leo. You're right. Like you always are. Do it alone, Leo. Do it all by yourself. You're the only one who matters after all. Do it alone, Leo. Why should it bother me? I'm just good for standing in the shadows and staring at the walls, Leo. Fight them strong and proud. Pray your voice is loud, loud enough to make it through that door. What on earth have I been worried for? Soon I won't be worried anymore.
Why are you doing this?
No, do it alone, Leo. Now there's the right idea. Make me feel as useless as you always have. Do it alone, Leo. What could a woman do? After all, so many people love you. They're dancing in the streets, Leo. Only you know how to change the future now. No one knows the pain you're going through. No one else is suffering but you. I could be a quiet little girl and cook your little meal and swallow all I feel and bow to your command. Or I could start to scream across the whole damn South and never shut my mouth until they understand. But I can't do it alone, Leo. Look at me now, Leo. I can be more. I can bring you home, Leo. We can bring you home, Leo. I want you to come home.
Don't you think that's pretty music? Those fellas sure can play. That beat was really made for dancing. Yes, ma'am, that's pretty music. I could dance the night away. Listen how that song's so sweet and true. But truth to tell, not half as sweet as you. Don't you think that's pretty music? Look, now you're doing fine. Oh yes, you like it when you're dancing. You can feel that pretty music. Just keep your hand in mine. They all relax, you can't go wrong. I knew you had it in you all along.
Afternoon, Mr. Dorsey. Tom Watson.
Of course. Good to see you.
I support your policies 100%.
Well, I appreciate that, sir.
I hope you read my piece extolling your virtues. And Hugh Dorsey was not fooled by the slippery Jew's oily demeanor. He took one look at Leo Frank's bulging satyr eyes and protruding sensual lips and nailed him for the pervert sodomite he is.
Well, that's mighty interesting.
And next week I'm writing one entitled, Jesus Was Not a Jew. I'll mail it to you.
Please do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must...
Oh, I don't think you understand, sir.
Understand?
Why, you are the savior of the Southland. We are gonna make you governor of Georgia.
Mr. Watson, Georgia already has a governor.
Don't you think that's pretty music? This song sure makes you smile. Shame you don't visit here more often. Take a breath, it's pretty music. Just listen for a while. If your feet won't follow your commands, just put yourself in Governor Sladen's hands. Now, my, that's quite an introduction if I do say. Look out, too high, I best hold tight or you fly away. I like a girl who's bold, just keep it all controlled. Good Lord, I'm getting old, just dancing with you to that pretty music today.
Lovely party, Miss Sally.
So glad you enjoying it.
Looks like you're a regular dancing fool, Governor.
That's not the term I'd pick.
Oh, my apologies, ma'am.
See you chatting up your buddy Tom Watson, Huey.
Ain't my buddy. You're the one invited him here, Jack.
A lot of mail coming in about the Frank case. People aren't so happy.
I get it, too. Jews letting off steam.
Not just Jews. Mayors, aldermen, the governor of Maine, governor of Illinois, governor of Oregon, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford.
Yankees? Jewish money in back of them.
I doubt Jewish money is in back of Henry Ford.
May I have another dance, ma'am?
No, sir. You may not.
That's it, that's right. I found myself a partner and ain't she sweet? That's it, that's right. I found me a girl who can keep the beat. My steps and yours agree. What more could heaven be? My dear, I guarantee when you're dancing with me, all the world's at our feet. So don't stop that pretty music. Sure makes me feel alive. If I can dance with you today, we'll show these other folks the way. Those girls I find it's true, but I'm a lucky guy 'cause I can dance with you. So turn that ankle, let that music play. Hello.
Hello.
Do we know each other, ma'am?
No.
Well, how do you do? My name is Jack Slayton.
My name is Lucille Frank.
Well, hey, Miss Frank. Or is it Mrs.? No, it couldn't possibly be. You're far too young to be married.
Well, it is Mrs. Frank. Mrs. Leo Frank. I have to talk to you, Governor.
I see. Well, Mrs. Frank, as you can see, Miss Sally and I are entertaining guests right now.
I have to talk to you?
Miss Frank, I can imagine how difficult this all must be for you.
Thank you.
And I surely do wish it lay within my power to relieve some of your anguish.
It
but
does.
As you... I beg your pardon?
It does lie within your power. You're the governor.
Well, my goodness, listen to that. Surely you don't plan on letting a perfectly good one-step go by the wayside.
No, I didn't come here to dance,
I
sir.
know, but the music's
No,
just...
no more dancing. You have to reopen the case.
Miss Frank, please.
Don't you have at least one small question about the way my husband's trial was conducted?
Your husband was tried and found guilty by a jury of his peers, ma'am. And that's good enough for me.
Then you are either a fool or a coward.
Damn. Not one nibble. They were biting good yesterday.
You saying it's me, Judge?
Well, it sure as shit ain't me, Huey.
Could be just a slow day for trout.
Jack Slayton's been calling. Got a bug up his ass about Leo Frank.
That's why you called me out here?
If he opens all this up again...
Well, who's gonna stop him?
Sun on your back, neck turning pink, world moving slow so you know what you think. Nothing but lines and a bait hook to trouble the water.
Maybe I should pay Jack a visit.
Change isn't bad, but change should go slow. One change above can shift 10 things below. Know when to stop, or you find yourself chopping down old trees that still grow. Always, we all know the old rules, the old days, the glory. These old eyes can still see, these old hands remind me, the old life, the old times, the glory. Know what the boys down at the Capital City Club been talking about?
Afraid the Capital City Club's a little out of my league, Judge.
They've been talking about who to back in the race for governor.
I see.
Just talk so far. But how the Frank business plays itself out.
And if Jack Slayton runs true to form.
When you step into a nest of hornets, someone's gonna get stung. Better to let nature take its course. If you're standing there atop a ladder hanging on the top rung, you won't ever feel the river's force. But the people down below sense the turning of the tide. They want someone in command who's uniquely qualified to defend them, protect them, restore their respect and their pride.
Counter the slack, temper the speed.
Follow the currents and watch where they lead. Catch what they're missing and learn how to listen to old souls that still cry. Old blood that won't dry. The old fight, the old score, the new chance to fight for the glory, the glory.
sun on your back, neck turning pink, world moving slow, so you know what you think.
Hello? Evening, ma'am. What? No, ma'am, you know I can't do that. Well, all right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I surely will. Hey, Leo.
What is it? What's the matter?
Message from your wife?
Oh, God, what happened?
She says to tell you that, you know who is gonna re-examine you know what.
Say that again.
You know who is gonna re-examine you know what.
Oh, my... Thank you. Thank you. You know who is?
Can't say I do.
Then you don't know what you know what is.
No.
Oh, my sweet Lucille, how did you ever manage it? You don't know what any of this means. It means cancel all your parties. Forget your big parade.
Settle down.
It means the crowds will not be cheering, so despite what you've been hearing, you can lay down your spade.
Leo, hush up.
It means my mother can't stop crying. My rabbi's eulogy can wait. It means that Dorsey can't stop beaming, and my cousin can't stop dreaming of his portion of my estate.
It's past midnight.
It means no, this isn't over. No, the date's not set. No, I won't wake up tomorrow drowning in my sweat. It means I've got the greatest partner any man can get. It means I'll never, ever, ever underestimate that woman, 'cause this is not over yet. Tell my uncle not to worry, tell the reaper not to hurry, make the hangman stop his drumming, 'cause I'm coming into town to win the day. Somehow I haven't, with my scheming, screwed things up beyond redeeming, and we're finally on our way. And no, this isn't over. Hell, it's just begun. Hail the resurrection of the South's least favorite son. It means I made a vow for better. Two is better than one. It means the journey ahead might get shorter. I might reach the end of my rope, but suddenly, loud as a mortar, there is hope. Finally, hope. And no, this isn't over. No, we aren't through.
We are finally on
No,
our way.
there's still a million things that you and I can do. And I would never have believed it, the things I see in you. It means a man who isn't guilty doesn't have to walk the plank. It means the gallows still are vacant, and we've got my wife to thank. It means you shouldn't underestimate Lucille and Leo Frank, 'cause this is not over yet.
You see,
Yes, I see.
See how I did what I
Yes,
promised,
dear, it's
just
wonderful.
like I said
Listen,
to you.
now listen, Lucille.
Yes, I'm listening.
Tell him to talk to those factory girls.
Talk to those
Make sure
factory
he
girls.
gets the
Make
truth.
sure he gets the truth. He'd call my name. I'd turn my head. He got no words to say. His eyes get big. My face gets red. And I want to run away. I feel his his breath.
Call my name.
Back of my neck.
I turn my head.
His hand.
Just a moment here. Let me get this straight. You saying Mr. Frank made you feel uncomfortable?
Oh, yes, sir. All the time.
All the time? What does that mean?
When, for instance?
I'll tell you. One morning, back before Christmas, me and Mary was in the ladies' changing room, and he came right in.
Without knocking?
There's no door to the ladies' room. Just a curtain, go see for yourself.
Is that right, Iola?
I reckon.
No, it's true, I swear. The only man is sweet on Monty.
Is there somebody in there?
Yes, sir, me and Iola.
Your break was over 10 minutes ago.
Iola took sick.
She looks all right to me.
I'm a little better now.
We'll go back to work, please. Mr. Montag doesn't pay you to dawdle away the day.
Did he touch you?
Not exactly.
Then he didn't touch you.
I see. Now, you all testified that Mr. Frank tried to get you to come to his office. Who did that happen to?
Well, Hattie Hoover said that Corinthia Wilson told her that
He asked this Corinthia Wilson to his office?
Yes, sir.
Then why didn't she testify?
She wouldn't.
Why not?
Well, she said it never happened. Mr. Dorsey said it didn't matter anyway, long as we...
As long as you what?
all told the same thing. The truth.
But you just said the truth was that Mr. Frank never asked any of you to come to his office. Did Mr. Dorsey coach you on what to say? You need any more from these young ladies, Miss Frank?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Leo, it's just like you
Darling,
said.
it's wonderful.
Leo, I still can't believe.
Yes, and I know it, but
Leo,
listen,
we're
both have
doing
to
it. Look,
hurry.
I am hurrying.
The governor will not be
I
in
wasn't
office
born
forever.
yesterday.
Find out why Minnie told all those lies.
Minnie told
Make
all
sure she
those
tells
Leo,
the
I
truth.
still can't believe it.
I know. Hurry.
I know. Make sure she tells the truth.
I done told the truth. Mr. Frank, he say go get his shoes, so I go yonder in the bedroom, and I see a pillow and sheets on the floor, just like I said in the courthouse.
That's not all you said, Minnie.
I ain't said none but the God's honest truth.
You said I told you Mr. Frank made me sleep on the floor.
You're not going to get into any more trouble, Minnie. Just tell us what happened.
The men take me down to the jailhouse, and then Mr. Dorsey keep asking me over and over. He writes something down and he tells me to sign it. And what else was I supposed to do, Miss Lucy?
Thank you, Minnie.
I'm sorry I done it, but what else was I supposed to do?
No, this isn't over.
No, this isn't over.
Not while I have you.
It's exactly what I
Not while all the dreams we had are somehow coming true.
I can speak
and it
for
is
you.
past all comprehending. Look what you can do. God, I was such a stupid fool to think I'd do it all without you. But this is not over.
Surely you have enough proof by now.
Miss Frank, I can't make a decision as important as this one just because you want me to. I need more.
I'm going with you.
No, ma'am, you're not.
I insist.
This is no place to take a lady. Not even you. But I try not to behave like a fool or a coward.
Yeah. 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 I hear thunder rolling.
Yeah.
It's behind that wall. Yeah. We're gonna roll like thunder. I'm gonna taste the morning. Feel the rain fall.
Feel the rain fall.
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna rise like sunshine. Yeah. If I see her turn. Yeah. I'm gonna rise like sunshine. I'm gonna sit down on her. Feel the sunburn.
What's your visitor, boy?
Female!
You wish.
You know it.
Hello, Jim.
You want some water? Bring the governor some water.
No, thank you.
We fixing to talk about that mess with Mr. Frank.
Yes?
I'm already doing the years necessary. What more y'all want?
A little of your time?
What are you girls looking at?
Yeah. Then I got a little something to say. I made a little mistake up there in that witness stand.
That's so.
I found that dead little white girl with her head towards Alabama Street and her feet towards Hunter Street. That was wrong. She was laying the other way around. Yeah!
And that was in the workroom on the second floor?
Everything else is just like I said in the
Well, then I'm
courthouse.
a little confused.
Why's that?
When they found the body in the basement, coroner's report said there was sawdust in the mouth and in the lungs.
Yeah!
Got any idea what that means?
Yeah!
I mean, she had to be breathing in the basement, because there isn't any sawdust on the second floor. I mean, she was alive when you carried her into that basement.
Then she must have come back to life, because she was dead as last Christmas Eve when Mr. Frank showed me the body. We're gonna roll like thunder.
Easy, Jim. Coroner's report raises questions about your story, wouldn't you say?
That coroner, he the one that's blind?
That's right.
There's plenty of lint on that second floor. Might not have been sawdust in that little girl's mouth. Could have been lint. And how'd he know the difference? I guess lint and sawdust feel the same to a blind man.
He's got 45 years of experience.
That's so. Then you can try and prove that in court, I imagine. You ever been on a chain gang, Governor?
Not yet.
You ever break those rocks on a chain gang? Get yourself thinking, Governor, how you wanna have a good time, yeah.
I'm through with him.
Now, Mr. Frank, he had a good time. Man knows how to have a good time, yeah. That woman, we're gonna ride like lightning. We're gonna roll, roll, roll like thunder. And feel the rain fall.
Ready, Governor?
As I'll ever be.
Then let's go.
Turns out you married a jackass, Miss Sally.
Is that supposed to be news to me?
All those fine plans. Senator and Mrs. Slayton, maybe President and Mrs. Slayton. Looks like I'm fixing to lose us all that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd a whole lot rather be wife to a fine ex-governor than first lady to a chicken.
Is that so?
Yes, it is.
I think you're as big a jackass as I am.
We'd really better go.
Yes, ma'am. I have an announcement to make. Leo Frank is no longer a prisoner in the Fulton Tower. At 5 o'clock this morning, he was removed to another prison location which will not be disclosed at this time.
Will you walk
2,000 years ago,
with
another
your
governor
head
washed his hands and
held
turned a Jew
high?
over to a mob. Ever since then, that governor's name has been a curse.
I'll move aside.
If today another Jew
when
went to
the
his grave
passing
because I
you
failed to do my duty, I would all my life find his blood on my hands.
Will you
Now, I have
run
reviewed the evidence
when
in the
the
case of the state of
fires
Georgia
are
versus Leo Frank, and I have decided to commute his sentence from the death penalty to imprisonment for life.
And where will you stand when the flood comes?
All I wish now is that the people of Georgia withhold judgment until they have given calm and careful consideration to the statement prepared on this case.
Will you ride by the side of God, or will you hide in the soil and the sword? Will you fight for the soul of your land? Where will you stand when the flood comes? Where will you stand when the flood comes?
As I see it, of murder.
Care to comment, Mr. Dorsey?
I was not a part of the governor's decision, Mr. Watson. I'm as surprised as you are.
I can cloud
and walk with us
in obscurity if necessary.
Put your soul in the devil's hand. Where will you stand when the flood comes? Where will you stand?
That this was my only cause.
Where will you stand?
A plain case of duty as I saw it.
Where will you stand?
With you, Mr. Watson, I'll be proud to stand with you.
God bless the next governor of Georgia.
Yes, I see through the fog and dust, so let the mob do whatever they must. Sladen jumps at the Jews' command. Well, where will you stand when the flood comes? Where will you stand? Where will you stand?
The blood as the city breathes. See the stain that the Jew body leaves. Traitors won't keep the mobs at bay. Someone's gonna pay when the flood comes.
Mary, Mary, the angel child. Mary, Mary, the angel child. Still your name and your soul are
Still your name and your soul are defiled.
Thank God you can't hear the
things
things
they say. But someone's gonna pay. Someone's gonna pay. Someone's gonna pay. Georgia, home of the strong and sure. Fight like hell for the men of the pure. Teach the traitor to run away. Georgia, home of the strong and sure. Fight like hell for the men of the pure. Teach the traitor to run away. Georgia, home of the strong and sure. Fight like hell for the men of the pure. Teach the traitor to run away. Someone's gotta pay. Someone's gotta pay. Someone's gotta pay. Someone's gotta pay. Someone's gotta pay when the flood comes.
Lucille. Hey.
Hey. Hey, Mr. Peavy. I know I'm a little early, but it seems silly to sit down here at the train station and twiddle my thumbs.
Oh, it's all right, I reckon. Don't you think, Leo?
I reckon. Is that a new outfit?
Yes.
It's very becoming.
Thank you, kind sir.
Well, it sure is a new one on me. Warden ain't allowed nothing like it since I've been on this prison farm. That's 24 years.
You don't say.
Wish my wife would do all that for me.
Your wife gets to eat with you every day. This'll be the first meal Leo and I have shared in over 2 years.
You're a wonder, Lucille.
Emma.
You know you are. Ow.
What's that?
It's nothing.
That's not nothing.
It's all better now.
Is that why they wouldn't let me visit you these last 2 weeks?
Had him in the infirmary.
What happened?
I had a little accident.
Crazy fool Billy Crean come at him in the shower room with a razor.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, ma'am. T9 a bit deeper. Nurse said we'd have lost him for sure.
My God, Leo!
I'm fine. It's almost completely healed. How did you get the warden to let us do this?
I got his daughter a job in Atlanta, clerking at Jacob's drugstore.
Did you bribe him, too?
Not yet. Oh, my, Mr. Peavy.
Yes?
Could you do me a favor? My neighbor lady insisted on sticking this bottle in the lunch basket, and neither Mr. Frank nor I care for it. Could you think of anyone who might have use of it?
I suppose I might could.
Thank you so much.
Glad to be of help, ma'am.
What is all this?
Just a little picnic out in the country.
The country?
Of course. Well, isn't this the softest patch of grass you ever saw? And see those flowers all over the meadow. I wonder what they are.
I think they're called Black-Eyed Susans.
Black-Eyed Susans. Of course.
This is our wedding china.
Naturally. This is a momentous occasion.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I've never seen you with a suntan.
Well, I'm a farm boy now. Probably the only Jewish farm boy in the South.
It's very becoming.
Thank you.
You can plant us a vegetable garden when you come home.
Okay.
You are coming home, Leo. It's only a matter of time now.
Well...
No, it's gonna happen. As soon as the fuss dies down, you'll be pardoned completely. I'm sure of it.
I will never understand what I did to deserve you, or how to be the man that I'm supposed to be. I will never understand, if I live 1,000 lifetimes, why you did the things you did for me. Just look at you. How could I not be in love with you? What kind of fool could have taken you for granted for so long? All the wasted time, all the million hours pushing you away, building up my wall. All the days gone by, to glare, to pout, to push you out, and I never knew anything at all. I never knew anything at all.
I will never understand how all the world misjudged you, when I have always known how lucky I must be. I will never understand how I kept from going crazy, just waiting there till you came home to me. Now look at me, now that you're finally here with me, now that I know I was right to wait and everyone else was so wrong for so long. All the wasted time, all the million hours, years on top of years, still too proud to cry. And I never knew anything at all. I never knew anything at all. All the wasted time, all the million hours, leaves too high to touch, roots too strong to fall. All the days gone by to never show I love you so, and I never knew anything at all.
I never knew anything at all.
Time to go, ma'am. It's getting dark.
All right, Mr. Peavy. I'll be right out.
So how do we bribe the warden to let us do this again?
We won't have to, silly. You'll be home.
I love you.
I love you too. See you Sunday.
See you Sunday. What is it?
Y'all coming with us, Mr. Frank?
What? Let me put on my pants!
You don't need no pants. Where y'all going?
Mr. Frank, do you understand why we brought you here? Mr. Frank!
Answer him.
I understand.
Good. Getting light. Let's hurry.
We're fixing to carry out the sentence rendered upon you by the state of Georgia. Do you have anything to say?
But I've always said I'm innocent.
Now that's a damn lie.
Easy, friend. It's almost over.
Come on, Mr. Frank.
Just a moment.
What is it?
Jesus, time's a wasting
What
here.
is it, Mr. Frank?
I'm not wearing... I have on, no. I'll be exposed when you put me up there. Please, can I be covered?
Get that crocus sack yonder.
I sure wish we didn't have to do this.
Well, maybe if he confessed, we could, just take him on back to prison.
No!
We're here to carry out the law.
That's what I'm saying. If he confessed in the courtroom and said he was sorry and all, I believe he would have got himself a life sentence.
I believe it would have. Bunch of pansies.
Jesus!
We'll drive you back to the farm. Look like a nice place, and you can live out all your days.
You only gotta say you done it. Say you're sorry.
Hey, I'm sorry.
You see? You see?
It's a tragedy that lovely little girl had to die.
And you wish you hadn't done it, don't you?
I'm afraid I've had to give up wishing.
Just tell us, sir. That's all we ask.
All right, I will. I believe God has a plan in all this. And I believe He chose me for a reason. So all this time I've considered and I've pondered and I've prayed, but for the life of me I can't come up with what that reason is. I do know this, though. I haven't gone through the last 2 years to stand here now and tell you a bald-faced lie. That is not part of God's plan for me.
He didn't do it!
Shut up!
Mr. Frank, for the last time, did you kill Mary Fagan?
I did not.
Let's get this over.
Wait a minute, wait.
Jesus, now what?
What is it, Mr. Frank?
I want my wedding ring to go to my wife.
Anything else, Mr. Frank?
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuso Leolam Vaed.
Mary, this is for you!
Hello, Miss Frank.
The story's over, Mr. Craig.
I know. I'm back covering the police beat.
Why have you come?
Here. Man brought this to the office. Wouldn't tell me his name. Said to get it to you. I heard you moving up north.
No, I'm not leaving home.
But after all this, and now Hugh Dorsey had been elected the new governor, I guess folks just figured you'd had about enough.
I am a Georgia girl. I will always be.
Hey!
Yes? Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry for your loss.
I came for my pay.
Name?
Mary Fagan.
You better hurry.
Why?
It's Memorial Day. Don't you have a parade to cover?
Employee number?
507.
Leo, oh Leo, I know he'll protect you. And don't be afraid, I'll be fine here, you'll see.
$1.20. Here you are.
Farewell, my Leo, you're right here beside me. You're here by the door, and you're holding my arm, and you're stroking my hair, and you're finally
Mr. Frank?
What is it?
Free.
Happy Memorial Day.
I go to fight for these old hills behind me, these old red hills of home. I go to fight for these old hills, remind me of a way of life that's pure, of the truth that will endure. In the city of Atlanta, in the old